Hello everyone, this is DD1 here, and this is just going to be a video talking about the display and how it went. I think it was awesome this year. There were some things that I wanted to do, but there wasn't enough time, but like probably at least like 95% of what I wanted to do was done. And it was just really, really cool. This guy I had not even seen in person until I opened him Halloween Day. And this guy showed up Halloween Day, which was so clutch because I got him and another siren when they went on super discount mode on the website very briefly early in the morning. And so he was like in the high 80s instead of $350. And he always intrigued me just because of his uniqueness, but um, I got him for a very good price. And with this one, it's like at least I have a box for mine now since it was a display. And maybe the head has got a better mouth on it because unfortunately this one and my previous one had the kind of hanging wide open mouth. And I've seen some that have excellent mouths. It does seem like this was a return though, because there's another label on it to a different person. But hopefully that's not too much of the case. And this guy's box is huge. But yeah, there are a lot of last second repairs I had to do. Um, Sorry for that like Jimmy fan voice crack there. I had to fix the tricycle that I found at a garage sale for $10. Somehow that was like the most mesmerizing thing to a lot of people in here. Like a lot of people did really like the display, like they liked all of it. But there were several people that were just fascinated by the tricycle, especially the kids. They're like, how is it moving on its own? How does it do that? How do you do that? So that was really interesting. So I guess I'm glad that I put that as a last second addition. I had to fix the 8-tooth gear in there that powers the whole thing. Isn't that something? Um, we have the $5 jumping spider from a garage sale that has fried sound because they used a 12 volt with it, of course. That's probably why it was $5. And it was missing one of the feet in the front, but I came up with a new technique to make these jumping items never fall over, and then you never risk breaking them either with a brick or something. This is a 2014 model that I got also for $10 with a tricycle, and I just had her hanging in the tree. There's the one I spent a lot of time and effort fixing, which is a 2013 model, but I just didn't have time to set her up and run a cord to her. I just didn't have the time for it, unfortunately, but I did have enough time since this was already out to just kind of put the head back on the best I could and just throw her up in a tree. And I did get a couple comments about her saying she's creepy, so that's good. But yeah, I really wanted to try and do some theming this year because in previous years I just kind of like there's a little bit of that, but I just kind of threw everything from here to here. But I really just was inspired this year. I wanted to make it a fully immersive walk-in experience. So that's what we did. Instead of the caution tape going from one side to the other, we had run there, there, and back, and then you could walk in and you could just interact with everything. This year I also finally revealed two of the life-size animatronic characters from Legendary Innovations, my old company. The company doesn't currently exist anymore, and I figured it's like, you know what? I want people to be able to enjoy these characters, and I'm not going to be making them at this point. This one guy on the left, though, I think would be really awesome if I could get him made someday. So for all the companies and retailers that might end up seeing this, um, if I dare see any copying of this idea, I might be small financially compared to you, but I will make it known vocally a whole lot where that idea came from. So I'm just putting that out there. Um, but yeah, those are both voiced and written by Clint Ford, which is really cool. There's only one of this guy. There's two of this guy. You might have seen it a while back from the guy who actually drew it, who was working with me at one point. Um, but there's only one of this guy at the moment. We have the Madame Leota spirit ball that was really cool with those statues on either side. That was really neat. We have all the witches here. What I really love about the witch theme this year is that every single one had a different face and voice. I think that she actually might have been voiced by Clint, but otherwise, three different voice actors, four different faces. So that was really cool instead of just having a bunch of witches with the same head. I also made sure that I majority use things with Trimey button compatibility in here. That 05 Butler Wade didn't have it, and Hungry Harry didn't. And the eyeball Drake there was not on, but basically every single other thing worked with the Trimey button in here. And I did that just so that things would, have a lesser chance of getting issues and whatnot, and that the party could keep going on, and that it also wouldn't be consistently loud and chaotic. That would be up to the people that came in. Fixed him last second. Shout out to Techie for providing me the right part, because he was broken very badly. There were several last second repairs. She actually still fully works except for the rocking, which is cool. I hadn't really used her much since I got her earlier this year, but I just put her out and she was great. This guy's cool. I found him thrifting this year. Never really seen one before. Rob Zombie was a pretty recent addition to the collection, and it was really awesome having him here for Halloween. The Frankenstein's monster from Home Depot is one of the several props I built the day of Halloween. My legs are actually still aching from all of the walking back and forth and just absolute chaos that was going on. In fact, if you happen to see me in any videos of the display, I probably look terrible and I look kind of out of it, and that is why. Bone Collector is still fully working. The professionally restored Hungry Harry was awesome. Party Monster I had not on because he has all original parts still. I was going to put something in his hand, but I didn't get the time. Heads Up Frankie, unfortunately, does nothing at the moment. We had 2011 Shivers over there, just since he's more durable mechanically and has Tremmy mode. This guy was fine, then the wire came off of his mouth like it seems to happen with all of them, but I fixed it. I made a video about it, and I put this like prototype Drake hat on there because I didn't feel like tying the bandana around his head. And then I used the sash because this was really weird around here. Like, it said to tuck in the shirt, but the way it's situated, it would just look kind of weird. So I ended up just putting the sash or the belt or whatever in here to cover up the vacuform body shell. And then I have the eye patch strap holding this hat on. So that worked out very well. Got Drake. He was actually the only thing that broke in any way, which usually there's like maybe 2 or 3 casualties from a big display for a few hours. But with him, he already had a split gear in the mouth, but it just finally split all the way. But in some of the video footage, it's still working. And that literally was, I'm pretty sure, the only thing that broke remotely. Zombie Barrel's mouth was not moving this year for the first time, so that finally split, but it still moved a little. But I don't really count that because that just happened over time. It didn't happen from the display. So yeah, only one casualty really. It was just really awesome. I really liked this year. I wanted to get more footage than I got a ton of footage, but a lot of it was from Ring for the jump scares and from my phone because I had my video camera, then the battery fell out of it and it hasn't been turning on since, so I need to look into that. The GoPro, which I used last year, couldn't find all of a sudden, so that sucked. And I wanted to use my old 2010 camera for like a nostalgic thing because I have footage from 2010 of my Halloween display, and I wanted to just kind of transition from that to this where it looks like no time has actually passed. but unfortunately I couldn't find the charger for that. So a little unfortunate with the video side, but overall just a really solid year. And I've been working a lot during the week. So it's Saturday right now. This is one of the few instances I'll have to really work on this, just because when I get home from my job in the afternoon, I'm just so exhausted from the job that I'm doing. So, and I'm still like kind of in physical pain from Halloween because I really was just going crazy, just trying to set up everything in time and all of that stuff. Yeah, I guess that's it. This was a really great year, basically sponsored by Techie because there were so many Techie things on the outside. Techie really just did the best this year, in my opinion, with items. You, of course, have Panation, which just shocked everyone with the Plague Doctor because he's a really, really actually well made piece. He's got lots of movements, synthetic leather, and an actual injection plastic head, not blow mold, which is amazing. A lot of this is blow mold, but some parts are actually not. Just overall, really nice quality piece here. But you had this, you had some of the SVI things from Home Depot. You had like a couple of YJ things from Spirit, but all in all, I really think Techie just had the best selection this year. So I basically say this display was sponsored by Techie because there were so many things. And there's some crazy deals too, because Friday the 13th, this season, when that happened, Big Lots, just despite their financial troubles, went 50% off for everything that early on. And so I went and I got the lunging guy, which was a huge hit, and I got the zombie, which is really cool, for really good prices. We had this guy, we had that guy. There were some things that I got for full price, but honestly, a lot of the really epic things were either like freaking like late samples that were cheaper, or I got on sale. So all in all, really awesome year. Probably the best year I've done, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Best year at this house for sure. I do miss the larger garage at the old house because I could actually use the general store, but don't worry guys, I still have it. And one day I hope to use it again. But thank you guys so much for watching. I guess I'll finish this video with an activation from this dude.
I've joined the soulless dead that crawl out of the waters under the light of the moon. So join me as we make our way back into the depths of the darkness.
Thank you for watching.